Time for PFT on Yahoo Sports. Peter King, Mike Florio, some of the big storylines in the National Football League. Plenty of storylines coming out of Week 1. Peter, let's begin in the NFC North, where the Green Bay Packers went to an empty U.S. Bank Stadium and took down the Minnesota Vikings, dismantled them. The most points the Vikings have ever given up in a season-opening game in their 60-year history. So are the Packers still the NFC North favorites after what we saw out of them Week 1?
You know, I think what was really interesting, what I noticed, and I watched a lot of this game, as I'm sure you did too, Mike, what was really interesting about this game to me is that the Minnesota Vikings, both in the front end and the back end, could not stop the Green Bay passing game. And what I mean by that is that the Vikings in the last 5 or 6 years have used so much draft capital on that back end. You know, and obviously now they have torn that up and are starting to rebuild it. So that really was one part of it. But the other part of it was, you know, without Danielle Hunter, I think everybody thought that, hey, you know, they're going to be okay. They got Ngakoue. They can scotch tape it together, until Danielle Hunter gets back after probably 3 weeks. But no, there was no way. And the other thing I thought of, Mike, is, you know, Aaron Rodgers walking into the locker room after the game just saying, okay, you want to replace me? I'll show you how you replace me. And just really thinking to himself, you know, I'm still the best on a given Sunday in the NFL. And to me, Mike, I honestly think, I thought this on the night of the draft, that there is a decent chance that Jordan ends up as Green Bay's Jimmy Garoppolo. You know, because you tell me right now, how much of a chance in the next 2.5, 3 years is Aaron Rodgers going to plummet off a cliff? I don't see it. And that's why, to me, man, I understand why you want to protect yourself at quarterback, but that was just vintage Aaron Rodgers on Sunday.
I think at a certain level, Packers CEO Mark Murphy likes the fact that Aaron Rodgers finds motivation in these potential areas of dysfunction, and motivation abounds. And here's what astounded me from that game. 2 things. First of all, we really saw what it means to have a loud crowd at home on third down, or not to have a loud crowd at home on third down when you have an opportunity to rattle Green Bay. You don't get that edge. You don't get that advantage with your pass rushers jumping the snap because they see it when the Packers offensive line sees it if you're going on a silent count. But the other thing is this, Peter. The Vikings have Dom Capers on the staff now. If there's any coach in the NFL that is going to help, other than Mike McCarthy, if there's any coach that's going to help figure out how to stop Aaron Rodgers, it's a guy who had multiple years at practice with him and in games with him and would have something that could slow this guy down. Capers had nothing.
Yeah, not only did he have nothing, Mike, but I think this is one of those cases, you know, where you think of players make plays. And at some point, a coach can do whatever he wants. But I don't care how much knowledge you have about Aaron Rodgers. You tell me how you're going to stop that toe-tap touchdown pass to Davante Adams, you know, with one blade of grass before the side of the end zone, the huge white stripe, you know, and to me, that's what I think when I think of Aaron Rodgers. You can have all the schemes you want against him. When he's playing like that, or playing like the Jared Cook pass against the Dallas Cowboys a few years ago, you're not stopping him. You're just not.
They got the Lions, at the Saints, and the Falcons before an early bye. After that, a trip to Tampa Bay for Aaron Rodgers versus Tom Brady. So the Packers in a position to get off to a great start, pick up where they left off last year. And right now, I'll say it, they are the favorites in the NFC North. For more PFT on Yahoo, check us out all season long. Have a great day.
Hi, I'm Mike Tirico, and thanks for watching. Make sure to hit subscribe for the latest news and highlights from NBC Sports.